with you today because, like so many of us, I have a pressing schedule this evening that is packed to the max. So, but I wanted to come on and I wanted to say this. This is in regards to um, saying yes to things and to people and setting healthy boundaries and limitations. It is also about knowing your assignment in any particular season, being in touch with what God wants you to focus on, and give your time, effort, attention, and or your monetary resources, your money, to. So we have to understand that, and this comes up a lot for me because I am active on social media and I have my podcast and all of those different things, and just working in and through my business, meeting and greeting and networking with people all the time. People will say, "Hey, I have this going on. Do you want to be a part of it? Hey, could you come serve on this? Could you volunteer with that? Could you contribute ABC 123?" And it's it's all the time, both in my personal and professional life. And I love that people want to include me. It feels good to be included. And it feels good that people want to work with me or collaborate with me. But here's what I have found over the years. This is what I have found is that everything good is not great for me. And we have to say no, and that could be a separate broadcast. No is a complete sentence. It doesn't need a lot of explanation or a lot of woo ha ha. Okay. It's not necessary. So I used to say yes to everything. If it sounded okay, looked okay, felt okay, I would say yes to it. And I actually what I have found is that everything and everyone's not a good fit for me. And it's and or me for them, really, if they would think about it. So it's really important that, again, that you know and understand where your focus needs to be in any given season of your life. Okay. So it's like, what does God want me to focus on right now? And, as far as like volunteering or collaborating, partnerships, this, that, and the other. And I can give you a great example of something that was good, but it wasn't great for me. And ended up with a major distraction from the development of my business for the duration of some 4+ years. It was like four, maybe 4.5. Was it? Let me see. No, it's like 3.5 years. 3.5 years. So I started Tailored for You Enterprises in July of 2012. I made it an official business. It was a business card business then, but I made it an official business March of the next year and made it legal and all of the stuff that goes with that. So, but October, yes, October of 2013, I get a proposal from a friend who says, "Hey, I'm doing this network marketing thing, and it's going to be hot, and it's going well, and you would be great at it." She told me about it sometime before, and I just kind of brushed it off. And why did I brush it off? It was good, but it wasn't great for me. It wasn't my thing. Okay. So we ended up talking again some months later, and I was looking over it, and I was like, well, it just seemed good, and it was a health based network marketing thing, I ended up saying yes to it, and it ended up taking up a lot of my time, a lot of my effort, a lot of my attention, and my money. Okay. So during that time, I I I would just have to say it's not that Tailored for You Enterprises wasn't still going, but it was just really putting along because all of my time outside of my full-time work was going to this. And the ROI really was not it. So it was my biggest lesson. There, I can give you many, many more examples, but it was my biggest lesson in saying yes to something that was really not in alignment with my assignment, really not in alignment with my passion or where my focus needed to be. And it's funny because Tailored for You was picking up steam. It was, I had gotten a contract with a community center, was doing regular classes there, was getting clients, and then it kind of just, and I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this network marketing thing because I need to get healthier. At the time I needed to lose, I'm back there now, need to lose a little bit of weight. So this will be great, and the products did work, and blah blah blah, so I was excited about it. But in retrospect, I should have been a customer instead of selling it, and let it be at being a customer, because the products were great, and they did help me to lose weight and tighten, tone, and firm, and all of that good stuff that they proclaim to do. So, and I talk about this topic many a times because we want to say yes. If something appears to be good, it looks fine. This is my friend, or this is a church member, or this is a neighbor or coworker, and we want to say yes. But you guys, let me just tell you. Let me just tell you. You can't have, we all just have that 24 hours a day, 168 hours a week. And we have to really be mindful of how we're going to spend that. And everything and everyone can't be on deck all of the time. It's not feasible. You will drive yourself nutty. You have to say no. You have to say either it's a no or it's not right now. And that's okay. That looks good, that sounds good. This is not a good time for me though. And these are just life lessons that I'm passing on to my Tailored for Success community, because I know that if you get a hold of it and you apply it, that it will really serve your life quite well, quite well. But yeah, I mean, in even a recent past, I've had people reach out and say, "Hey, let's do this together. Hey, let's do that together." And I'm like, mm. They invited me to be a speaker. That's another thing. I mean, again, I could give you so many examples. All money is not good money. Some speaking engagements I have turned down because just wasn't in alignment with my values, with what I wanted to do, or they wanted me to speak on a topic that I was not well versed in. Um, and I have just found, as a speaker, you don't do yourself or anyone any favors by speaking on things that you don't really have a vast knowledge or experience passion for. It just, I could take any topic. I worked at a library for 15 years. I know how to research and put stuff together. I've been through undergrad, grad. I mean, honey, I've done many research papers, so I can put something together and present it well. But it just doesn't work. But as I conclude, as I said, I wanted to just be here for a little bit. But the main thing is that everyone and everything that is good is not great for you. And sometimes you have to say, I'll pass, or no, thank you. I get people on certain social media platforms who are like, "Can we hop on a 15-minute call? Can we hop on a 15-minute call? Can we just get together and have a networking call?" And I'm going to tell you guys this. I've had very few of those hop on a call that I really felt were worth my time. I'm sorry. I've had a few. I don't know. I feel like when it's a mutual thing and it's a God thing, an assignment thing. I feel like both people are like, we should get together. We should connect. And let me say this where it's reciprocal, like it's going to be a give and take type of thing, a cyclical type of thing. A lot of times I get with people and it's like, uh, I feel like they're going to be the person on the winning end. Anyway. I won't expand on that too much right now, but I want to again just emphasize that everything that is good is not great for you, and you have to set your limitations and your boundaries, and you have to say no or not now, and you gotta keep it moving because spending your time, your effort, your attention, and or your money, if it's applicable in the situation, you want to be very mindful and careful about how you're spending those very valuable elements of your life. I hope that this blesses somebody here. Hello. Okay, Takara, hello. I saw the one up there. I don't like the reflection of stuff, the window and all that stuff. So that's why people are like, why don't you just put your glasses on? If it's dark enough and there's not, then I'll put them on. But otherwise, I can see that something's going on usually, and I'll put them on to engage. But yes, you all. So can't say yes to everybody's everything. You can't give 15 minutes to everybody who asks for it on social media. Hey, can we hop on a call? I don't know. When I get those messages, because I get them so often, I always want to I should just like can something in my notes application on my phone and say, you know, it's really not it. This is this sales tactic. I do not ask people. I don't. If someone asks me, like as far as like I've been watching your videos on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or whatever, and I think you'd be a great speaker for our event. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about it. But it's almost like and I how do I want to say this? I tend to get fans. I sometimes I get and I don't mind fans. I don't mind fans. Um but when fans get to be too much or it's I don't know, it's hard for me to put into words. I wasn't planning to go into this segment of things, but I think I get fans. I get fans. Most of my fans are male, and I appreciate them. I really do appreciate people who just are, you know, always in the trenches with me online and showing support. I appreciate that. I'm gonna leave that there for right now. Yeah, but everything has to be managed well, okay? And I just can't emphasize enough just being really careful, cautious about the investment of your time, especially. You know, we just can't entertain everybody. We can't. And when I say entertain, meaning if I had a 15-minute coffee call with everyone who asks for a 15-minute coffee call, I'm serious. I would probably be on coffee calls at least probably 2, maybe 3 hours or so a week. And it's not that I couldn't dedicate and consecrate time for that if I wanted to. It just to me is not a good investment of time. If they're pitching something and I'm like, I don't think that's gonna be my thing. You know, the vibe's not there. I just rather not you know not go there. So, anywho, remember this: everything good is not great for you. Go with your gut. You cannot invest time with everybody's everything. If you bought everybody's, everyone on Instagram, Facebook, you bought everybody's program, everybody's book, everybody's. I have people who will message me, "Hey, I'm trying to do this. Can you contribute?" I would be broke. I would be poor. Okay, I'd have nothing. I can't. If you don't feel led, if it's not connected with what you need to be doing, let it float by, honey, and pray that it lands in front of the people that it needs to land. Okay? All right. That is all that I have for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Those of you here on HAPS, those of you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I appreciate the investment of your time and your attention on today here in Tailored for Success. Until Saturday, um, remember this: the best is yet to come.